All right, we're recording. Okay, um I'm here with Dr. Enda Murray, Festival Director for the Irish Film Festival. Well, I suppose to start things off, what is the Irish Film Festival? Is this the first time it's been screened in Australia?
So this is the sixth Irish Film Festival in Australia. We normally have screened in Sydney, Melbourne, and then a side bar in Perth. So we have screened at the Chauvel in Paddington in Sydney, and then at the Kino in Melbourne. So we were all set to go in May of this year. We were all ready back in March, but the COVID came along, so we postponed, and now we're all set to go online.
Yeah, and that's kicking off in 2 weeks.
2 weeks
19th.
Today.
It's kicking off today, is it?
Today? No, 2 weeks today.
2 weeks today, yes.
Today. Yeah, the 19th.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, I've already had a chance to watch a couple of the movies, Monster and Calm with Horses, and I have to admit they had me in tears a couple of times. So anyway, what can audiences expect from the film festival?
Well, we are looking to bring contemporary Irish stories to Australia, and we want to, I suppose, shine a light on contemporary Ireland. And Ireland and Australia have got very strong connections. Actually, in the last census, 2016, there were 11% of Australians denoted Irish background, which is 2.54 million people. So that's a lot of people, and that's only people whose grandfathers were Irish. So there's actually a lot of people going back who've got ancestry further back, and still, consider themselves Irish, and are still really keen on all things Irish. But 2.54 million people in Australia have Irish background, and we're really interested to connect with them and to allow people to express their Irishness. So hence we're bringing over contemporary stories. So for the Irish community, but also to widen it out to communities outside of the Irish community. And as things have happened in terms of other ethnic film festivals, like the French and the Italian and the Spanish, back in the day when they started, they were mostly considered ethnic film festivals, but now they have very strong Australian audiences.
Yeah, I've noticed a similar thing with the Japanese film festival that's been going around the past couple of years.
Yeah, I think that's the case. And one of the things we've been doing is we run a short film competition for Irish diaspora, so people who live outside of Ireland but consider themselves Irish. And one of the reasons for that was, I suppose, my own experience in being an Irish person living in Australia, and finding that I've got a lot in common with people from other ethnicities who are also living in Australia as migrants. I've got probably more in common with those people than I do with my contemporaries back in Ireland where I grew up. So I'm as a filmmaker and as an academic, I'm very interested in the migrant experience.
So, of the films that are going to be screened at the festival, are there any that you'd recommend people check out?
Yeah, well, I'm the curator of the festival, so I chose all of the films. I recommend them all, but I know what you mean. Look, this year has been a tough one. So we're looking really hard for comedy, and the comedy that we're going to go with, I suppose, as our opening night film is a film called Extraordinary, which is about a driving instructor from rural Ireland who has supernatural powers, but she's a little bit embarrassed about them, and she gets mixed up with a local man whose daughter is possessed, and there's also a burnt-out rock star in there who does satanic incantations in the hope of getting another hit record. And yeah, all in all, is a pretty funny film. So that has Maeve Higgins and Barry Ward, who are both pretty well known in Ireland. Maeve Higgins particularly for her comedy, and Barry Ward as a dramatic actor. Yeah, so there's that one. There's Calm with Horses, which you mentioned, which you'd seen, which has Barry Keoghan, who is a very distinctive actor. He was in D-Day, and also in Killing of a Sacred Deer with Colm Farrell and Nicole Kidman. And that's a pretty tough gangster film.
Yeah, the ending for that really does hit you in a big way.
Yeah. Then I suppose another big film that we've got is Rialto, which is another really up and coming Irish actor, Tom Vaughan Lawlor, who he has been outside of Ireland with Avengers, but he plays a middle-aged man with a family in Dublin, and he becomes involved with a younger man. So that's the first time for him to have a same-sex relationship. So this film is written by Mark O'Halloran, and both Mark O'Halloran and Tom Vaughan Lawlor received Irish Film and TV Awards about 3 weeks ago. Tom Lawlor for his starring role, and Mark O'Halloran for the writing of Rialto. So
definitely worth checking that out then, by the sound of it. So how many films are going to be screened at the festival for those people locked at home who are going to need a massive amount of films to watch? So how many are there out there for those crazy people?
So there are 10 films in total. Which range between drama and comedy and documentary, and then there is the short film program. So 12 features and a short film program.
Okay. Just on the short film program, what prize for the winning short film? Or
Yep. So the prize is $250 and our undying love and affection from the crew of the Irish Film Festival.
Yes, well, you something you definitely want to have if you want to come back next year with another short film, huh? Or possibly even a feature. Anyway, now I suppose the big question: how do people watch the film festival? How much does it cost them?
Yeah.
Where do they go?
Okay, so to get a ticket for the festival, if you look for irishfilmfestival.com.au, so Irish Film Festival on all one word, .com.au, and the tickets are $10 for the short features, $15 for the full feature. We've got a 3-film package for $35, and you can watch all of the entire films in the festival for $115.
Okay, for those crazy people out there who have to binge something. And do they have to download any special program or anything to be able to access the films?
No, so it's a little bit like Netflix, that you go to the irishfilmfestival.com.au and
Pay
you
your
click
subscription and then you...
no, there's no subscription, but you do have to join.
Okay.
You just sign up, first of all, with Eventive is the streaming platform, and then follow the links, and you'll see the film guide. Click on the film you like, pay your credit card, and that film goes into your library. And then on the 19th, when the film festival starts, you can click on that film to watch. And once you've clicked on it, you've got 24 hours to watch it. And the films are available for 10 days, so over 2 weekends.
Okay, so sort of like a Google Play with their rental, sort of a rental period sort of thing in a way.
That's right. There's a rental period of 10 days when you can watch the films. Once you've clicked on watch, you can watch it as many times as you want within 24 hours, or you can come back to it, within the 24 hours.
Okay. Well, thank you very, very much for your time, Dr. Murray. And
you're very welcome, Luke.
Lots of luck with the festival, and thank you very much for your time.
Thanks a million. All the best. Take care.